Article 7 on this year's town meeting warrant requests authorization for the town to file special legislation that would limit the allowable uses of the excess levy capacity created by the pension obligation bond plan. Excess levy capacity is the gap between the tax levy limit, which is the total amount that can be collected by the town, and the amount that is actually raised through taxation. In 2021, with approval from town meeting, the town implemented a plan to fund our pension liability through the issuance of pension obligation bonds. The plan addressed the town's most significant financial liability, while also creating long-term budget stability. The plan requires fixed annual appropriations through 2040. It is estimated that the plan will save Andover taxpayers over $100 million over the next 18 years. Final approval of the plan required a special election so residents could vote on a debt exclusion to fund 50% of the cost associated with funding our pension liability outside the limitations of Proposition 2.5. Voters approved a debt exclusion, which allows the town to establish a dedicated revenue source outside the limitations of Proposition 2.5. This dedicated revenue source will pay 50% of the total cost of the pension obligation bond plan and terminate once the debt service is fully paid off. Because 50% of the plan is being funded outside the limitations of Proposition 2.5, the town now has excess levy capacity. The special legislation authorized through this article would place restrictions on this excess levy capacity, limiting its uses to funding debt service on pension obligation bonds, post-employment benefits, and capital projects. This is a fiscally responsible measure that will create safeguards to ensure that the excess levy capacity stemming from the pension obligation bond plan is not used for unrelated expenses, and that will preserve flexibility for the town to respond to unanticipated challenges that may occur between now and 2040, which is the year the town will have fully met its obligations of the plan. Both the Select Board and Finance Committee are recommending approval of this article, and it is among the many important topics that will be considered at this year's annual town meeting. Learn more information about this article and all the others on the warrant at andoverma.gov/townmeeting and make a plan to attend annual town meeting on May 1st.